Hi guys, sorry my app just crashed. I'm not sure if I'm live. Apparently I am live. Hi guys! I swear this happens every time. Every time I try to stream, I have just no idea when I'm actually streaming. I think I'm streaming, so if I'm streaming, hi guys. I invited you all here today to listen to me complain about my job, and I want you guys to complain about your jobs too, because basically, fuck capitalism and fuck working, because quite frankly, the more I learn about this working business, just the less I like it. Hi guys, oh my god, there's so many people. Hi, Do You're 21. Hey, Mayuhi. Hello, Dead Cakes. Yay, yay, yay. Hi, Money. I'm super sick today, so seeing that live notification is so comforting. Please rest a lot and drink lots of water. Whenever I'm sick, I make a giant chicken soup and then I eat it for like 4 days, which probably makes me more sick now that I think about it. But yes, hello everyone. Oh my god, I'm so excited to tell you guys about my shitty ass job. Oh my fucking god, I'm so glad that you guys are here. I was having like kind of a hard day, so it's nice to just like unwind with my friends on the internet, my digital friends. And my outfit is kind of cute today, and I didn't really take, I think I took like a selfie and that's it, so I felt like it was kind of a waste. So I was like, I kind of want people to see this outfit, so we're gonna live stream. Hi guys. Things have gotten progressively worse for everyone. Always feels like you make less money and things cost more. Oh my god, you're totally right. Oh my god. You're single-handedly keeping me streaming. I love you so much, Ozio-san. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're here because I wanted to complain about my job, but I didn't want to like type it all out because I'm not sure if I could get the nuance right. So please stay a little bit longer and hear about me complain about my job. Hi cutie, looking so cute. Take it easy. Don't exert yourself at work. I'm doing the bare minimum, and the bare minimum is still a lot. We will be your work trauma sponges. Tell us. Oh my god, please tell me about your jobs too. I don't want to just bitch about my job. I want us to have a very nuanced conversation about capitalism. But for real though, like for literally everyone, it seems that the quality of life is just going down and the salary is going down, but the taxes are going up. Like consumption tax went from 4% to 10% since I moved to Japan 9 years ago. But the salaries have stayed about the same, if not gotten worse. Like in a lot of places, they've actually like actively gotten worse. So our salaries have got worse, but we're paying more for transport, we're paying more for groceries, we're paying more for consumption tax. It's honestly ridiculous. Your outfit is indeed so cute. Aw, thank you. Tama-chan. You work on weekends. Yes, I work on my schedule's really messed up right now because it's like I'm working like 4 or 5 days a week, but it's kind of like messed up. But I know I'm always working on Saturdays and Fridays because I really don't like Saturdays in Tokyo. They're always too busy, so I try to work as many Saturdays as I can. Of course, I'll say your floofy ears look adorable and you look as sparkly as you should feel because you're awesome. Aww. Don't make me fall in love with you. Love the ears. Oh my god, I forgot I was wearing ears. Remember that mythical time when one person in a family could work and support everyone? Can we go back to that? Oh my god. Like my parents were super old, right? So my parents were like my parents died when they were like 75-ish. So they're from like the premium generation. So they just could not understand like that it was hard to find a job. And like my mom said that she would just quit her job and like she just had like wait a second, my cat is definitely eating plastic. Hana-chan, stop eating plastic please. He was eating a pack of where did he get these from? Anyways, yes, my parents were from a generation where my mom literally had a high school education and she was not academically gifted, so she had basically just like a high school degree. She worked in Liberty's, like one of the best department stores in London, which you now have to speak like 4 languages to even work at. Then she quit that job and she got another job the next day working at like a gold company, melting gold, and she didn't have any qualifications for this. And nowadays, you need a degree to get like entry level in any single job, and it's just ridiculous. But what is the alternative to capitalism? Everything can't be free, as why would anyone produce the things? Like, here's the thing. I think there's elements of capitalism that work, but we're in rough capitalism, and we're in late stage capitalism where late stage capitalism is like now, like, the top 1% have most of the money and resources, and there's no drip down system. Like, it's supposed to be that it would drip down and we would get some, but actually they're just hoarding everything, and they're just keeping it in like offshore bank accounts in different countries. So like, none of that money goes into the economy. So like, no wonder we're all fucking struggling. I went back to my old job the other day to get my last paycheck, and the accountant was about to give me a €300 check instead of $460. Oh my god! And that's another thing. Like jobs are always trying to swindle you, and that's the problem I'm having with my job right now. Is they're being a little bit they kind of like lied to me. They acknowledge that they kind of lied, so we're having a discussion about it. But it's like they have all these lawyers, and the lawyer's only job is to like find loopholes to try and pay you less and make you work more. I work as an illustrator too, and the only thing I want to complain about is my struggle with starting to draw every day. That is a struggle though. Artist block is no joke. Quick look at the rest of the outfit. Very lacy. Oh yeah, sorry. I showed you my outfit when I was stopping my cat from eating plastic. Yep, it's so hard to find jobs nowadays. Like, I did so many job interviews, and I got a lot of them, but once I asked for more details about the jobs, they're all the same. They're always trying to squeeze as much as they can out of you to an almost like illegal amount. Previous generations gatekeeping the work they got so easily. You know, for real though. My parents were that generation, and they were like, oh, just go down into town and like drop off your CV into a shop or something. And it's like, it's not like that anymore. It's been proven time and time again, if everyone has their basic needs met, they end up doing what they love, which fills all the jobs that need filling. Yep. I do think that the next generations will work something out with our current problem with consumerism and capitalism. Like, again, like, I know I talk about capitalism a lot, and I complain about it. It's not I'm saying that we need to go full communism. Again, like, socialism is the best, but there have to be elements of capitalism to keep everyone somewhat motivated. Like, I understand that, but we're moving into like rough capitalism, and that's just putting just a massive divide between the rich and the poor, which is where we're at now. And there are enough resources for everyone to have a suitable standard of living, but all the rich people are fucking hoarding them in offshore accounts. So like, that's why a lot of people don't and it's not even like poverty and rich. It's like, even people, like, even in England, like, when people think of poverty, they always think of like third world countries, but it's not even that. Like, there's so much poverty in Japan, there's so much poverty in England, and like poverty in like working class families where the parents both work and they're still not being able to feed their children. It's very, very, like, it's a real thing. Oh. But I think the biggest problem is that our society is not adapting fast enough to the changes that technology is making. I mean, I guess that's one problem. I just dropped my bottle cap. That is one problem, but the biggest problem, honestly, is just greed. Like, it is greed, but I acknowledge that greed is a human trait, and it's very hard to just like not be greedy. Like, I can maybe understand that, but I feel like the government does need to put laws in place to tax the 1%. Like, that's what we need to be doing. We need to be taxing the fuck out of them. But again, once you start doing that, they will find loopholes in order to protect their money. Like, that's what happens every time. As long as we make more laws and they just find ways to get around them. Which is my problem with my current job, actually. I have exams on Tuesday. Someone pray for me to get better before that. I hope you get better. Oh my god. At least you have a couple of days. I work in an apartment complex office and it pays okay-ish, but every day I have to deal with people who just can't pay their rent. I feel horrid. Yeah, like I'm very, very lucky. Like I'm honestly not, I'm not gonna complain about my life because I'm really, really lucky. I have like a really decent standard of living, but I know so many people that don't in every country, and they're hardworking people and they still can't afford to like have a decent standing of living. And like when that happens, you know there's something wrong with society. Capsule Buddy for president. I would be a terrible president. I would be a terrible president. But I'm trying to marry Kono Taro, the former foreign minister of Japan, and I feel like he's going to be prime minister in future, and then I can be first lady of Japan. I think I'd be better at that. Nationalize the essential services and the industries like entertainment be private. I like that idea. If you had millions, would you give it away though? Yeah. Abso-fucking-lutely, I fucking would give it away. If I had enough to have a decent standard of living, I would give it away. Like I don't have a lot of money, but I still like feed the homeless. I still give to like cat charities. I still donate to people's GoFundMes. Like if you have the means to, then you fucking should. However, regular people shouldn't be donating. There should already be like the government should already have things in place so that people aren't fucking hungry or like not being able to pay their medical bills. Like the regular people shouldn't be having to pay this. This is the thing. Empress of Earth. No, I would be terrible. Remember, I do have ADHD. Let's make our own country. That's a brilliant idea. Let's make our own country. For real though, I think that we can make a pretty good country. Like, don't get me wrong. Because this is the problem I have with, like, what exactly are you doing just holding on to $40 billion? No, that's the thing, though. It's like none of these people need all this money. It's like a really ridiculous, extravagant amount of money. And any one of these people, if they invested a fraction of their money, could really, like, go towards ending world hunger or having fresh water for, like, third world countries. But instead, they just want to hoard it? For what reason? They're just like dragons sitting on big piles of gold for no reason. It's like a sickness. I feel like it might even, like I feel like that's some kind of like mental illness, like hoarding finance. Because my aunt, I had a really, really rich aunt. Like she was a millionaire, but this is back in the day, so it's like being a millionaire then was like a big deal. And like she was so frugal, she wouldn't spend money on anything. She was a hoarder. She would just hoard loads of like newspapers. She wouldn't put the heater on, so it was cold all the time. But she was a millionaire because she was just hoarding money. I feel like a lot of it is like some kind of mental illness. If I win the lottery, the first thing I'll do is get out of the house. I pack my city little life, take my cat, and book the next flight. Oh my god, that sounds great. Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you guys about my job. So, no, it's not bad. It's just like working in a kaiwa. I think I mentioned before about how I was teaching there's like 3 old people, and I think they're all 80 years old. Like, I'm not joking. Like, they're literally 80. I'm not exaggerating. They're 80 years old. And the last class I had, it was my first day working this job and my first class, and I said to them it was my first class, and then it seemed to be going well, but it seemed like they already did the unit that we were supposed to be doing. Like it said they already did it, so I skipped a little bit and I did a little bit of the next unit, just as like a little like, oh well, they've already done that. And then after the lesson finished, the guy walked straight outside and he complained about me, and he was like, why are we doing 2 units? Normally we only do 1, blah 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 blah, like really complaining, which is hilarious because he barely spoke the whole time. Like he really wasn't trying to learn English, but whatever. And I felt really bad, and I went to do tour and I had a hot chocolate and I cried just because I was just honestly like, this is the worst day ever. So I had that class again, and it wasn't that bad, but as soon as he walked in, he went to the front desk and he started complaining again. Like, last week we did 2 units. I don't want to do 2 units. This week I only want to do 1 unit. I'm like, fuck's sake. So I made sure we only did 1 unit. I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. That's not how you learn English. It's not like based on how many units you do. It's based on how much you try and how much you speak, but whatever. So we did that. And the old lady in the class started laughing at my outfit and being like, ah ha ha, you look like you should be an Akiba. Okay, it wasn't this outfit. I was wearing like a suit jacket and like a gray dress. And then they were just laughing at me. And I was like, oh, like, I don't know quite what to say. And like, it went on a little bit too long. So I was like, okay, whatever, let's start the lesson. And we did the lesson. And the older women keep asking me if I'm married. And I'm like, I keep telling you I'm not married. Why? And they think it's funny. They're like, oh, are you married? I'm like, no. And they're like, pfft. I'm like, what's your fucking problem? I don't get it. All my other classes, like, is normal. But this class is just, they're insane. But they're like 80, so whatever. I'm like, this is fun for them. And then it was all right. They also can't hear each other. So, like, they have to have conversations with each other. And they're like, huh? 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 The whole time. It's so fucking funny. And anyway, this went on for like an hour, and then they finished, and then they left. And it seemed like no one complained this time, which is fine. But it's just like, it makes me mad. You know why it makes me mad? Because these people, these are rich old people. They have so much free time and money, and what do they decide to do? They decide to go to fucking Capsule Bunny's work and just like be annoying. It's like, none of them are really seriously studying English. It's like, why are you here? Spend time with your family. Go like bouldering or something. I don't know. Go do high tea. You clearly have a lot of money. So, yeah. I had that. The other thing, oh my god, the other thing is like, the Japanese staff, she's really, really nice, but she keeps telling everyone, our new teacher is really cute, like blah, 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 blah. So like, it sets a certain level of like, expectation, and I don't want to be like objectified all day at fucking work, you know, like I don't like to be perceived all the time. It's stressful for me. So when I only have like a little bit of break between every lesson, I'm really trying to plan the next lesson each time because I really don't want to fuck anything up. And when I'm trying to do it, like people are popping their head through the door trying to see me, and they're like, wow, 本当だ, kawaii, 人形さんみたい. And it's like, can you fuck off, please? It's just stressful. And I know it's like such a fucking first world problem, but it's just stressful. Why does this have the same vibe as a family meeting with toxic grandparents? No, for real though, they're acting like they're my families. They're acting like they're my toxic aunties. If I was their age, I would enjoy going to restaurants and learning new hobbies. No, for real though. It's what I don't understand. These people have so much money. And then the worst part is, I think it's because I'm a young woman. They filled my schedule with high school boys, like singular high school boys. I've had three high school boys, and they just sit there and they're like, ha, 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 the whole time. I had one guy that was like pretty normal, and we talked about like football and stuff, but it was just like weird. I'm like, why? Like it feels like targeted. And the high school boys are fine because they're at least like, they try to speak English and they try their best, but it just seems a little sussy. I don't know. Then I had a bunch of kids classes. Those are fine. Kids are really, really easy to deal with. Jack said, as a current AOT, the perceived part hits home. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, being in a school, because I used to work in a really prestigious private school, you're just perceived all day. And particularly when you're foreign, people keep an eye on you, and I'm constantly being watched. And I remember I was in like an empty classroom, like cleaning, and I'm like, wow, this is the first time in a while I've just not had someone look at me. And I looked out the window, and across in the next building, there was someone looking through the window at me, and I'm like, I just can't escape. Like, there's always, I don't know, like, always being stared at. And when you're a teacher, like, everyone's eyes are constantly on you, and it really does get to you. World's hardest job, being a woman. No, for real though, because like, there's like such an expectation. I have to be really, really nice, but I obviously can't be too like ditzy. I have to try harder to show that I'm knowledgeable, but also I have to shake off like because it's not really like sexual harassment, but like I had a salary man, and he came in, and the first thing he said to me was like, whoa, wow. And it's like, what the fuck do you want me to say to that? Like, it's so rude. Hello, Joshu. So yeah, it's not like, as you can, like, my job isn't like really really bad. It's just like annoying and tiring. And I had 8 classes in one day, which is a lot of classes. And like, I guess I have to plan each of these classes, and you only get like a 45-minute break. And the classroom is like a fucking prison, but a thirst trap for high school boys. That's horrible, horrible. I think I'm gonna stay there for 6 months because I'm already getting bored of this job, and I've been there like a week or 2 weeks. But the big reason I'm mad about this job, and we had this conversation before, but there's a slight update. So 8 in one day, yeah, 8 classes in one day, right? 8 classes in one day with a 45-minute break. I was exhausted, and like there's like 30 minutes at the start for planning, but you can't plan 8 classes in 30 minutes. It's a lot of little things that just add up. Yeah, for real though. It's like my other job in the private school was annoying just because of one coworker, but that was contained. That's like, this is the source of my annoyance, and that's fine. I can just blame it on her. But this one is just like, it's a lot of annoying things. About being a woman, Nia said, a while ago, a classmate stared at me and just went, "You have nice hips to bear children." I've had that before. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Fucking terrible. It's always like in work and school environments. It's like in professional places. You're just supposed to like accept that. So yeah. So basically, when I first joined this job, I said, the reason I picked this is because I wanted to have Shakai Hoken, which is like pension and health insurance, and basically your company pays that and takes some money out of your salary, and in the end it works out better for you because they put a little bit more into a pension fund, which is what I want because I plan on staying here forever. And when I took the job, they said, "We will give you this, we will give you Shakai Hoken." And then I started, and then they said, actually, we can't give you Shakai Hoken after I signed the contract. So I'm really fucking pissed off. And I had a complaint, and my manager came to the school to see me, which was nice. But we had this conversation, and he's like, "Oh, but like the company that we work with to do our legal stuff, they said that actually they received new information, and you can't get it because it's done." Instead, like, it's done across a couple of months, and because of like national holidays and stuff, you wouldn't be making enough hours. I was like, fuck you. It says, the law says, if I'm working 20 hours, I think a week, sorry, if I'm working 20 hours, you have to give me Shakai Hoken. It's the law. And they're like, "Oh yeah, but like the company we're working with said," I'm like, "No, it's the law." And we had this back and forth, and he got kind of annoyed at me, and he was like, "Well, you keep saying it's the law," but I'm like, "What else do you want me to say? It's the law." And here's the thing. They're like, "Oh, well, like the company that we're working with," I'm like, all these companies have like these sneaky little lawyers, and the purpose of these lawyers is to just figure out how to fuck over their employees as much as possible. And we had this back and forth, and they're like, "Okay, we'll try and arrange everything." So it's like, put the law aside. You could just give me Shakai Hoken. We don't have to go based off the fucking law. If really what you're saying is true, which it's not, I was like, and they're like, "Oh, well, maybe we should check because if it's against the law," and I'm like, "Yeah, you should check that because it is against the law, and like maybe you should be following the law." And he didn't know about this, like the thing I was telling him, and it's like a basic law in Japan. I'm like, come the fuck on. I'm just sick of having to speak to people above me that know less than me as well. It's just stressful. 8 classes in 30 minutes. No, 8 classes is like in 6 hours, I think. Yeah. In behalf of men in general, I apologize. I think it's Nia said, I think it's the concept of men, the problem. I think it's just how they are raised. It's my own opinion, at least. And all these companies screw people out of Shakai Hoken. Oh my god, Jack, you're so late. So true. Like, my last company didn't give me Shakai Hoken until the end, and until I had to, like, present them with the law that said they had to give it to me, and I wasted out on like a few years of not having it because they told me I couldn't have it. But then when I looked more into it, I found out I could, and when I showed them the law, like I had to send it to them, they were like, "Okay, we'll give you Shakai Hoken now." It's just like they purposefully like hide things from you, or they're purposefully fake. I would look into how you can get them in trouble. Like, I can't even be bothered. Honestly, I can't even be fucking bothered. I'm gonna argue with them until they give up and give me Shakai Hoken, and then I'm gonna quit, because fuck this company. Oh my god, it makes me so angry when people think they know better, evading the proper laws. Like, this guy who's arguing with me, who's my boss, he didn't even know what the law was. He's like, oh, well, the company we're working with says... It's like, okay, well, make sure that company is following the law, first of all. And shouldn't you know this stuff if you're in HR dealing with employees? Like, shouldn't you know the basic law for Shakai Hoken? I mean, the planning time before classes. Oh, my bad. Yeah, it's only 30 minutes to plan 8 classes. Like, it's a lot. Like, there's so many different textbooks, and there's, like, kids classes, and then there's, like, adults. The worst part is that when I was working in a private school, the kids classes were 50 minutes, like 50 minutes. And that was fine because we had iPads, we had a big screen, we had flashcards, we had a bunch of resources, we had notebooks. But in this fucking Eikaira, all we have is like a beach ball and like a whiteboard and like their textbooks. And their textbook, I can only do the unit it says to do, and it honestly takes like 4 minutes, if that. Like, the textbook is so shit. It's just like a phrase that they have to repeat or something. It's honestly ridiculous. Like, they really do expect you to spend more of your own time. The lawyers look for loopholes, and if they can't find any, the employers instruct them to use all the legalese to confuse employees. You're so right. Like, this is such an annoying thing. And it's worse in countries that hire immigrants like me, because we don't know the law of the country as well. And it's really, really hard sometimes to look this stuff up when it's in another country. And the law changes a lot. Like, the law for Shakai Hoken changed last year in October. So it's constantly changing. So you have to really get on top of it. Maybe said it's also partially that a lot of men nowadays are buying into the Andrew Tate-ish. Oh my god, no, you're totally right. Like misogyny culture, it's so stupid, and it actively hurts men and women, because toxic masculinity is coming from men to other men, and it's just making it harder for men to talk about their feelings, and that's like bumping up the suicide rate. I feel bad for men particularly because suicide rate in young men is so high, but toxic masculinity is like contributing to that, so it's just like a vicious cycle. The way they don't want to respect your basic rights shows how they see the people they employ. For real though. But like, honestly, that has often been my my experience working in Japan. It's just been like this of different levels, and like you don't know how messed up it's gonna be. And another thing is like the pay is pretty good, and that's the only reason that I'm working there. But another thing is like the hours for Shakai Hoken, when I looked it up, I was like, oh yeah, I'll definitely have enough hours. But then when I got my thing through, they only count teaching hours. So if I'm at school for 8 hours, but I only teach for 6, then it only counts 6, which I don't also think is legal. Nia said, I think teaching children as an AOT could be fun. It is fun. I was AOT for like 2 years. Honestly, it was really, really fun. I really suggest doing it if it's like your first job in Japan, because you can learn a lot about Japan and Japanese culture just from being an AOT. Not just men, but kids as well. I think lately it's died down since he went to prison. Oh my god, you're so right. Like, 'cause they uploaded all Andrew Tate's videos to TikTok, so it's all like kids watching it now. It's really, really bad. Kiki said, hey, I'm not up to date with your job. How's the new one going? It's not going great. It's like alright, like the pay's okay, but they just have a lot of small problems. I'm probably gonna stay there for 6 months, just so I can save up money and just so I can continue to get my visa, really. But then I'll probably move on to something else. I did get offered like a really nice, much better job, but that job was full-time, and I have a lot of things I'm working on right now where I probably don't really want to work full-time, so maybe I'll start working full-time again the end of this year. May, you said in America we have some particularly awful things which are coming into common practice, like at-will employment and forced arbitration. What's forced arbitration? That sounds horrible. Oh my god, oh my god. So, we had something in England. We had something in England. I'm not sure if you have it anywhere else, and it's called like a 0-hour contract. And a lot of my friends were on this, where a company can hire you for 0 hours. So like 1 week they'll give you 7 hours, the next week they'll give you 28 hours, and the week after that they might give you 0 hours, and that's totally legal. And then the week after that 0, and the week after that 0, and then when they decide they don't want to have you working there anymore, they just never give you hours again. So that way they can just fire anyone anytime they want. I would tell the class to wait half the lesson for you to plan the last half. So you're not working for free. That's hilarious. Honestly, yeah, that's not a bad idea actually, just like planning it in the lesson. But like I had, I had a really good student. I forgot to tell you guys about this. So one student I had, she's just like, also, I think she was like 60 years old, like a Japanese woman, and we were talking for ages, and basically she got married in her 20s and she got divorced after like 7 years, and she hasn't dated since, and she's basically just like, fuck man, and the whole time we just complained about her ex-husband. It was wonderful. That was nice. I like eikaiwa because I really do like talking with people, obviously, and eikaiwa is a really good place to do that, but like most of the people going to eikaiwa are going for the wrong reasons, and a lot of them are weird. Have you seen the Japanese TikToks where they interview men about dating, and there's always one guy in the video who has super high standards with the personality of a fit? Oh my god, Melty-chan, I need to see these because I'm not really on TikTok, but I know exactly what you mean. Okay, the thing that makes me mad is the opposite of that. There's like the Ask Japanese videos, and they go around and they ask like Japanese people like, would you date a foreigner? Would you date like as someone who's overweight? Would you date this? And they're always like, yes, I believe that if someone's heart is pure, then it's like, shut the fuck up. No, you don't. Obviously, I'm not going to go on camera and be like, oh, absolutely not. I would never date a foreigner. Ew. Like, obviously, they're not going to do that. No one says they will think this on their mind. You might get like one or two, and then they try to spin it like, see, everyone here is really open to dating a foreigner. So shut the fuck up. No, they're not. At-will employment says, oh, you have freedom. You can choose to end your employment at any time. Oh, but so can we. Yeah, that sucks. It gets rid of severance pay. It's so annoying that that's becoming such a big thing, because these days so many people get laid off from their jobs. Like particularly in the technology sector, like Google and like Smart News, Twitter, all those companies had to get rid of like 40% of their staff. And like, that's like a large amount of people all ejected into the same industry, so they're then going to be competing for the same job. So like, why wouldn't you give them fucking I'm so glad I bullied my last job into giving me severance pay. She hasn't dated since, and she was just complaining about men. It was wonderful. Oh no, it was so good. Hello Noodle, we are complaining about our jobs. Yeah, that student was good. Like, I've had a few students where they just want to talk, and that's what I like, because the textbooks are fucking terrible. And I hate the student that just wants to do the textbook for 15 minutes because it's just bullshit. So I like students that want to like talk a little bit, because it is eikaiwa. It's supposed to be like conversation. But most of the people there just have zero conversation at all. So I do like someone that wants to complain about their ex-husband. That was fantastic. Well, I hate it when it's not like structured. I need to feel safe. Like when I don't know how I'll end up next week, it doesn't, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's just like any employment these days just doesn't give us any kind of stability. And if they eliminate like these 0-hour contracts, and if they're eliminating severance pay, it just means that we don't have any stability. Like, so many people just don't know what they're doing anymore. Like, so many people are just living paycheck to paycheck, and it shouldn't fucking be like that. And it's not like people are living paycheck to paycheck and they have really decent jobs that they went to university for. Like, all of my friends went to university, and a lot of them are like really financially struggling, and it's like, why? If you just want to go by the textbook, then buy it and do it at home. Oh my god, you're so right. You're so right. Like, I got, like, the guy who complained so hard that we didn't do the unit the way he's used to, and his English is like, his English is so bad, so he clearly hasn't been trying to speak English. And it's like, worry less about the textbook and just talk. Like, try talking to me. That class as well, I asked them if they had any questions, and the only question they have for me is, are you married? Like, they don't want to talk. It's like, why are you at a fucking Eikaiwa if you don't want to talk to people? The textbooks are often made by Japanese or other non-native English speakers. Yeah, they're all weird. The textbooks at the Eikaiwa I'm working at are so bad. They're like so specifically bad, and they, oh my god, it's like, it's so stingy. It's like, oh, you can only do half a unit per class, so you only have half a unit to do per 50-minute lesson, and it's so short, so it's like you just have to make shit up to do for the rest of the time, and they don't talk, so like, what are you gonna do? Can't you just wheel out a box TV and a trolley and play a video? Or same like British primary school. I sometimes I get them to play games, but it really depends. Because it's still my first couple of weeks. After a while, I really figure out what the student likes to do, and I do the thing they want to do. But it's really hard at first, like gauging whether they want to chat or if they actually want to like study. When I studied Japanese at uni, the teacher only followed the textbook, so I guess that's what they do in Japan, and they're used to it. Yeah, like that's the thing, is like the way that language is taught in Japanese schools, like the way you learn English in Japanese middle and high school is like that, and it doesn't work. But because they're used to that kind of learning, that's how they think they should learn, and it doesn't work. A question. Would you be able to support yourself by accepting personal students and not accepting people who you don't like? You can't get a visa from that, and also absolutely not, because then you'd have to teach them in a cafe or in your home, and that is just dangerous. I used to teach like private students, and I never want to do that again because I got exclusively weirdos. It's the future capitalist one. Oh my god, you're so right. Don't start me on capitalism again. Is there an Eikaiwa bit for Japanese? I'm here for 9 months, but still really bad with conversation. Okay, Gabrielle, listen to me. I sometimes go to a Japanese school, like night classes. It's called Koto Academy, C-O-T-O. A lot of my friends go there. It's honestly really, really good. I really enjoyed my time there. It's just a little bit too expensive for me. I think it was like, I did 2 hours twice a week, and it was like 30,000 yen per month. It's just, I want to go back as soon as I can, but right now, like, I'm not really working full time, so I can't really afford it. But I really suggest, there are a lot of Japanese night schools. I really do suggest that. The original pre-Japan bunny popped up a second there with that school comment. No, for real though. I had literal flashbacks of them wheeling out the TV and putting on, we always used to watch like Castaway or some shit, but we only ever got to watch half of it. Yes, Gabriel, I used to go to different buildings where people did community service. Oh my god, that's such a good point. There's also government-funded programs for free. If you go to your government office, your city hall, your kyakusho or shiakusho, they'll have like some kind of leaflets there, and you can get it for free. But it's mostly old people, and it's not as good quality as like a school, but if you don't have a lot of money, that's an option. That's actually something I should consider, to be honest. Would be more efficient to travel to English-speaking country than following the textbook. You are so right. And actually, yeah, it would actually be cheaper too, because Eikai is fucking expensive. And a lot of my students I'm teaching now, they're doing intensive programs in the Philippines, because people in the Philippines speak English, and it's also like a nice, chill environment. Castaway, why? I think that's the only video we had at school was Castaway. We watched Castaway a lot. I know a lot about Castaway. Me trying to afford a school at 1 million yen a year. Oh my god. That's the thing, Nia. Like, I never got to formally study Japanese like full time, and that's my biggest regret. Like, I really wish I could, but I've just never had that much money ever to do that. If you're ever in the position to do that, I really suggest doing that. They do the video thing at prep school in England too. Oh, prep school. Check you, prep school boy. Yeah, I missed that though. That was those were the best days ever when they rolled out the TV. That was like, okay, when I worked at a private school, I worked there for 6 years. Every Christmas, I would let the kids watch a movie, and we would do it over like 2 classes. And the movies were normally Paddington, and we watched Star Wars, or we watched like any like pop culture thing that came out. So like this year, we will probably watch like, I don't know, my Little Mermaid, Ariel, yeah, Little Mermaid or something like that. And it was so good because the kids got so interested in English. But then after a while, the woman I work with, she stopped us doing it, and she was like, "There's not enough learning just watching a movie." And it's like, people forget that like learning can be fun, and you can't just learn stuff. Like for kids, like they need a goal, and if you give them like pop culture stuff, it really gets them interested, and that's the only reason they're gonna want to learn English, is if they get interested in pop culture. Oh man, education fund. Oh my god, I might start that actually. Make Capsule Money less dumb fund. Oh my god, thank you. Oh my god, that's so great. I'm actually, yeah, I might just save up so I can go to language school. Maybe in a couple of months I'll go back. I have my old class. I have a group chat with my classmates online, and not gonna lie, it makes me kind of sad because like I'm still in the group chat, and I can see them like still going to class and being like, "Oh, sorry, I'm gonna be a bit late to class," and it makes me kind of sad because I know that they're like going ahead of me, and I won't be able to catch up. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna cry. I'm gonna cry, Moliana. Thank you. Thanks for contributing to helping me be less dumb. Thank you. Genuinely though, I do really, really want to go back to Japanese class. Yeah. I thought that would be really nice. Yeah, I'm in this little group chat with my classmates, and it's sad because like I really did enjoy classes, but yeah, I just can't do that some money per month. The company my parents worked paid for it. Oh, that's nice. More companies should do that, man. More companies should do that. I wonder if there are Japanese companies who hire non-Japanese speaking people, something other than teaching. There are a lot, like particularly like IT stuff, like being an engineer. That there's so many jobs in IT, even if you don't speak Japanese. So like I really would suggest learning like programming or something that's so good in Japan, or like UX design or something like that. I didn't learn anything. I did actually learn a bit of programming, but it's not something that I want to work full-time on. But there's a lot of jobs here, honestly, that don't require you to be Japanese. You just have to look into, I would suggest looking on gaijinpot.com and like just keep looking at the job page every now and then, and just looking at the kind of like common things that come up and see if there's anything that would suit you. Anti-dumb activist. No, that's me for real though. Like I really I really care about activism and like society and improving society, but I'm just really dumb. Like I want to help out, just like I don't say things good. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're so cute. Don't worry about donating, Nia. We need to get you out of your fucking house and get you to move to Japan, so let's worry about that first. Rakuten does. They do a lot for IT as well. Yeah, Rakuten does hire a lot of foreigners, and there's like IKEA. There's a lot of big companies. It depends what you want to do. Like, think about what field you want to work in first. Meow. Yeah, he's being really noisy. I'm sorry. Yeah, if you can do programming, that's the easiest way to get a good job here. Ozzy-osan, you're so right. Like, I've seen a lot of people on Gaijin Twitter who used to be English teachers, but then they started to learn programming, and now they're making like millions of yen. And I wish that could be me, but I just really don't want to do programming as a job. Show the cats. Oh, you can see one. Have you not seen this whole time? Wait, how do I? He's there. Wait. There. He's sleeping. Can you see him? There's another one. Wait, there's another one. There he is, right there. Wait, here. He looks like my sleep paralysis demon. But yeah. So what is your 5 to 10 year plan from now on? Oh my god, I feel like I'm in a job interview. So honestly, like, I have a lot of exciting things, like a lot of exciting projects I'm working on, and also like I might be moving out of this house and moving somewhere else. Like, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of exciting things that might happen to me and a lot of exciting projects I'm working on, but it all depends if they work out. So honestly, I can't see more than a couple of months ahead. So yeah, honestly, I couldn't tell you. I just know that I probably am going to stay in Japan for the rest of my life. And yeah, that's it. I think in this economy, I don't think anyone can give you like more than a couple of months in the future, quite frankly. Okay, Nia said, maybe I can learn by myself. I can't afford to change school right now. No, you can learn programming by yourself. Like, there's YouTube things. There's also like online courses you can take. My friend is doing one to do UX design, and you can apply to do it for like funding, and she's doing it all for free. I'm not sure how she's doing this, but if you Google about this, I'm sure you'll find it. Like, you can take these courses, and there are ways to do it for free. So if you really think that's something you want to do, really Google about it. I might try to find what my friend's doing and try to find the thing, because it sounds useful. I was thinking about doing UX design, but I just have too much going on right now. 5-year plan. Still be alive, preferably. I don't know about that. And this rate, how the climate's going, we don't know. Honestly, we don't know. Yeah. I want to be happy. That's my 5-year plan. Moving out. I thought you loved your house. Yeah, I do really love my house. There's a lot going on. Like, I'm gonna make a video about this when it happens, but I probably will have to move out of this house. But hopefully the house I move into will be just as nice. I'm thinking of also like trying to get a mortgage and like owning something, but I don't know how that's gonna work. We'll see. I want to get into programming, but I more for creating art instead. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm more artistic than logical, so I totally get what you're saying. But it doesn't hurt to have like more skills. Like, if you're young and you have a lot of time, I would really recommend like doing lots of little online courses and getting certificates, because it's just good for your CV, really. Oh my god, I have a little book where I write down stuff and info I will need to move to Japan. And one of the things I wrote, still be here to see the day. Nia, I'm telling you, you're gonna make it. You're gonna move to Japan, and it's gonna be great. And maybe we can have a coffee sometime. Just hang in there. I know exactly where you were, because that was me like 10, 11 years ago, but you're gonna make it. Don't worry about it. Just do your best. Does France have working holiday visa? Because I feel like that would be the easiest. I'm gonna Google that right now. Because if you can get a working holiday visa, you just need a little bit of money. Does France have work? I wish I had unlimited money and time, and then all I would do is help foreigners in Japan. Wait, that's not what I wanted. Visa for Japan. I think there is. You can get a working holiday visa. I would really suggest that's the best visa to get. Get a working holiday visa. I know about the process because I'm helping someone else with it, and it's really easy. There's like a thing you fill out and you submit it. You just need like passport pictures, and you just need to show that you have a little bit of money, and then you can. They tell you within 5 days. Your house is really nice. Thank you. I love my house so much. Like, I'm really sad that I'm moving. I can't talk about it, not yet, maybe, but like I'll talk about it in a future video about why I'm moving. It's not that bad. Like, I know like I'll have a very nice house again in the future, so I'm not too sad. But again, you know, like I have a lot of nice memories here. Hi-chan, what have you got? Mortgage is good. Usually works out cheaper per month. No, you're totally right. Like, the problem in Japan, my biggest problem in Japan is renting houses. It just costs so much money. And to move into my house, I had to pay 1 million yen to move into this house. I just had to give them 1 million yen just to live here. And I never want to do that again. Because I just feel like you're throwing that money away because you don't own any equity in the house at all. I think France has working holiday visas. Yeah, it does. I just checked it, and that's the best visa. Really, really look into it. If you're from a European country or Australia, working holiday is probably the best visa for you. But double check that your country has it. But you also have to factor in that you have to pay for your own repairs if something breaks, plus property tax. Yeah, that's the thing. That's also a very good point. Because if my aircon breaks, which it does often, I just call my landlord and they come and they hire someone to fix it. So yeah, because a lot of people buy IKEA, the old Japanese houses, and they renovate them, but it costs way, way, way more money than just buying a new house. Could set up a foreigner in Japan advice business, charging to help fix any problems. Oh, that would be sweet, but I feel like I'm not, I feel like I need to be a lawyer to do that. Maybe I should have studied law. Maybe I should go to law school like Elle Woods. I'd be terrible at that. There's also a German company that helps out with the process. I did not know about the holiday working visa. My country also has it. Oh my god, that's a lifesaver. Yep. Okay, every time I'm going to stream, I'm going to talk about the working holiday visa because I'm helping someone apply now to come to Japan through working holiday, and it's the simplest visa process I've ever seen. If your country has it, that's the only thing. But most European countries have it. And I think from last year, a bunch more European countries did get it. So even if your country doesn't have it now, your country might get it in the future, in the near future. Australians are the only country that can renew a working holiday visa. Oh, I had no idea. That's great. Did you come here on a working holiday visa? Because I'm not sure if the UK has it, but when I came to Japan, it didn't have working holiday visa. But I think maybe they have it now. What's a working holiday visa though? Okay, so to come here you need a visa. Either a student visa or a working visa. And there's different kinds of working visas. I'm on an instructor visa, so I can only work as a teacher of some kind. So it really limits what I can do. And if you're a student, you can only work up to a certain amount of hours and it's capped. But if you get working holiday visa, you can do almost anything of any amount of hours that you want. And for me, if I start working for some number of months, I could get in trouble with the immigration office. But if you're on a working holiday visa, I think you can even not work the whole time and no one will bother you. I think that's a good thing about it. You don't have to work. You can just fuck around for a year. Kiki said, oh yeah, to be honest, the old IKEA renovations are so nice. A lot of people cover the cost with content they post online about the renovations. I did consider that. That's something I might do in the future, get an IKEA and renovate them. That's if I'm if I find someone that I want to live with that wants to do that, then maybe I'll do that. I feel by myself it would just be a disaster. Can you imagine my cats running around and screaming and crying in this old dilapidated house? You need a certain amount of money in your bank account. Yeah, that's the biggest part. Oh, or yeah, you need to show that you can buy the ticket there and back. But it's hard unless you have any idea how to renovate and all the tools. Yeah, that's the thing. You think you either need to know about DIY or you need to know people, and I don't know either of those things. Yep, I came on a working holiday visa. I remember you telling me, and I said I was jealous. Holy cow, thanks for letting me know about this. Apparently I can get one in Ireland. I really wanted to study there. Yeah, there's working holiday visas for a bunch of countries. I really, really suggest looking up the country that you want to go to. It's honestly the best visa for any kind of visa you can get. It's for your starting visa, working holiday is probably the best. So I can't just buy a one-way ticket. So expensive. You just need to show that you have the money to afford a ticket there and back, because the idea is that you'll go for a year and come back. But most people do just stay in the country. But the idea is that you can come back. So you just need to at least prove that you can go back to France when you're done. Oh, I want to go now. I'll look into the working holiday visa, but I want to go vacation first without work. Yeah, but on a working holiday visa, you don't have to work. Like, that's the good thing about it. You can come on working holiday visa, stay for like, have like a month's vacation, and then if you want, try finding a job. How long is the working holiday visa actually? It's 1 year. Working holiday visa is 1 year. But the problem with working holiday is, apart from Australia, is you can't renew it. But you can, if you find a job, you can just go onto a working visa or like a student visa or like something else, or like a spouse visa. Oh, right, Capsule. I found a guy who bought an IKEA and talks about them. The other day he said that Japan is changing the law on house ownership and that the market will be flooded by new IKEA. Ooh! And some of them will probably be okay. Yeah, I think like some of them might be like not too bad. That would be great. I would love that. But what if I want to stay permanently? Just switch. Yeah, you're on a working holiday visa, and when it's about to end, you just get a job and then you switch to a working visa, or you go into a school and you switch to a student visa, or you get married and you switch to a spouse visa. How much is the real teacher salary in Japan if it's like not full-time? I would say if it's not full-time, if you're working part-time as a teacher, I would say around 180,000 to 200,000 yen is probably roughly what you'd get working as a teacher part-time. Oh! I didn't know that it was technically 6 months. I need to look into that. But yeah, working holiday sounds pretty good. I've seen a lot of jobs offer help where they help with visa and actually offer you accommodation. Yeah, some, like your first job in Japan should be helping you with your visa. Like that, a lot of the time they'll sort out your first visa for you. They'll like even file the paperwork and stuff. Sorry, I'm coughing cat hair. Why is it in my mouth? And some of them will offer accommodation, but I would advise against that because there's someone who is sometimes in this chat, but she's not here today, and she had a similar situation where once she's in the company accommodation, she feels like she's forced to work there and she hated the job, but she couldn't, like, if she quit then she would lose her house. So I really suggest maybe making the accommodation separate, so if you don't like your job you can just move somewhere else. Getting like a share house is easy and cheap. I really recommend if you are moving to Japan for your first time and you don't know that much and you're a little bit nervous, live in a share house because there will be people there that can help you with things and they're pretty fine with foreigners. I don't have a degree, I'm just a high school graduate. Then yeah, that's another thing. With a working holiday, you don't need a degree. Yeah, Dodo said, with an instructor visa, how do you report your smaller side jobs like modeling, social media and stuff? Okay, so you can get like a stamp on your Zayu card. I think they call it a gaijin card, Zayu card, and it says that you can do extra activity. If you have that, as long as the activity isn't like extreme or earns way too much money or just like weird, it's probably fine. So I have the stamp, and also when you file your taxes, there's normally your company files something called a nenmatsu chosei, and it's just like, this person works here for me, and that's fine. But I file like a freelancer tax thing. It's really, really complicated. It's called kakute shinkoku, and it's like all my side jobs. And when you file your visa, you have to show your taxes. So I'm sure it comes up, like they'll see that I work other jobs. Yeah, working holiday anyone can get, which is nice. Because that's the biggest hurdle of moving here, is normally like if you have a degree. I had a company apartment and I was stuck till I got married because my salary is too low to even save money for moving. Yeah, here's the thing, that's how they get you. a lot of these jobs offer free accommodation, and then you're stuck in their apartment, and then they'll guilt you, and then they won't let you leave, and then like it causes so many problems. So I really would suggest having your work and where you live to be separate. Kiki said, I've been considering Japan for a really long time. I got a bachelor in education. Excellent. And also 5 years experience. Yeah, they would love you as a teacher here. But I'm not sure if I would actually like to move from Germany. I think you would earn probably a lot more money in Germany, but I would suggest coming to Japan on vacation and seeing if you like it here. Honestly, like, I love living in Japan, but there's a lot of bad things, there's a lot of good things. It really depends where is comfortable for you. Japan is comfortable for me, but it's not comfortable for a lot of people. I think that you probably could earn a lot more money in Germany as a teacher, but it depends, like, I would suggest, like, trying it out. Like, you can come for a year, right, on the working holiday, and if you don't like it, just go back. Just keep in mind, moving to Japan is not all sunshine and rainbows. Yep. Yeah, like, as I mentioned before, like, I love working and living in Japan, but there's a lot of bad things that happen, but every country has good and bad things. It's just, like, if the good things are enough for you to overlook the bad things, like, honestly, because, like, England's the same. You moved from North Europe to Germany? Oh my god. And you learned German? You're hardcore. Green Tea said, it's what I've heard that they rarely fire you in Japan, they just make it unbearable so you leave. Honestly, if you're a foreigner, it's easy for them to fire you. They will just not renew your contract. So they will just not renew your contract if you're foreign. Yeah, because if you leave the company, you have to leave the apartment on your quitting day. Yeah, I've had people living in, my friends living in company apartments, and when they quit their job, the company is like, move out tomorrow, and they have to like quickly box up all their stuff. It's really, really bad. Aussie said, depends on the job you're looking for. Eikaiwas are everywhere, and they can pay enough to live, but they're often not great. The show. Any country makes more money than the one I live. What country are you living in? Yeah, it's hard because, like, I know friends that live in, like, Scandinavian countries, and they're like, they tell me how much money that their jobs pay them, and I'm like, oh my god, you're earning like double my salary and you're working like a normal job. But then I found out the cost of living is also double, so it's like, sometimes it's not about money, it's just how much value for money you're gonna get in your country. I can't imagine moving with all the furniture. Oh my god, for real. I hate moving more than anything in the whole entire world. And I'm not looking forward to moving and having to move my fucking computer. Yeah, this is strictly a first world problems convo. Oh my god, I love it. I'm in Mexico. No way! My mom used to live in Mexico. She had a Mexican boyfriend. But yeah, I can imagine that maybe Mexican salaries aren't that great. So yeah, come to Japan. But honestly, it's like, if the country you're living in is comfortable for you and makes you happy, that's the most important thing. It's such a gamble. I gave up a career to move and now make not a whole lot. That's the thing though, like, that's the scary thing about moving for work, is I know so many people that move countries for their job and then they got laid off, or then they didn't end up earning as much, or they hate their job or something like that. So I would always suggest moving to a country that you genuinely like. A friend of mine is a kindergarten teacher without any education and gets 1.8k euros a month. Jesus Christ. Oh wait, my cat wants to come up. Hi, Jen. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see him. In Norway, Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I have a lot of friends in Scandinavia, and they make crazy money. But then, yeah, cost of living is really expensive too, isn't it? Learn. Okay. Also, Elson said, learn programming, make super successful Twitter placement, make weeb, commune with us in Japan. Bunny can cook, I'll clean, and grow veggies. That sounds great, honestly. That sounds like heaven. I just want to live in a country where I don't see headlines of people getting shot constantly. Oh my god. For real though. And unfortunately, that's a lot of countries that have that now. Now I wonder where I could apply with a working holiday visa. A lot of countries have working holiday visas, honestly. And like that's the thing, right? Is that we're not told about this in school. Like no, sorry, there's hair everywhere. No one talks about this in school. Like no one told me that you could just move to another country for a bit. Yeah, this year I'm applying for the student visa and dividing apartment costs with my boyfriend. We really want to have a better life quality. Aw. That's really, really nice. And it really helps if you have someone to split costs with. I definitely don't want to move here for work. Otherwise, I would have tried to move someplace with more stuff going on. Yeah, you live in, like, Nagano. Sorry if I doxed you. But you live, like, in super, like, Inaka. Why do you live so far away? You live in a 3 LDK. Seems like a big house. I have 2 bedrooms upstairs. This living room. And a kitchen dining room. I'm not sure. I honestly don't know if. I guess? No, I don't know. I don't know how it works, honestly. But yeah, I like this house a lot. And I'm sad that I'm going to have to move. There's 2 ways to feel rich. Make more money or reduce your need for money. No, that's true. But I don't actually spend that much money, honestly. I feel like most of my money goes on food. I feel like I need to stop spending so much on food, but everything's so delicious. I moved to Germany 2 days after my high school graduation. Oh my god. I graduated university and I moved to Japan immediately. I didn't even pick up my diploma. I just moved. Niigata. Sorry, not Nagano. How much do you pay for rent? My rent is like 130,000 per month. Which is pretty good. It's like suspiciously good for a house. I asked the real estate person, like, did someone die here recently? But apparently not. Yeah, why do you live in Niigata, Derby? Derby. Oh, your wife's hometown. Oh, that's great. She's happy, and that's really, really nice that you moved there for your wife. I love that. I think that's really, really sweet. Yeah, I think, honestly, I went to Niigata this year, and it was fantastic. Like, when I was there, I was like, I really could just live here. I chose Sapporo to move in. It's really funny how I'm a Mexican, but I cannot stand the heat. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. But no, I get you, though. Like, but, okay, here's the thing. Mexico is like a dry heat, I feel like, whereas Japan is like humid, and it's even worse. It's like sticky. Kiki said, what did you study in uni? I did like computer science, animation, and games design. And I use it a little bit. Oh, he's so hairy. I use it a little bit, but not really. Help me get a visa. I do some working. I do some like computer and SNS stuff. It's like side jobs. So I guess it did work out in the long run. My cat is molting because it's summer and he's losing his winter coat. So when I stroke him, just hair goes everywhere. I brush him like every day. Have you ever committed any crimes? Well, I mean, what's a crime? I've done like soft crimes. Like like everyone's done a little bit of fraud. Let's be honest. Everyone's been a bit economical with the truth when talking about like transport and stuff with our companies, but I've never committed a big crime, I feel like, and that's sad. I want to commit a big crime, but probably not in Japan. If I was going to commit a crime, I wouldn't do it in Japan. Cost of living is much cheaper here. Yeah. Yeah, that's one reason I would... Maybe I'm really considering moving to Niigata in the future, like Nagano or Niigata, just because cost of living is cheaper. If I could find a job there. Your rent in Japan for a house is only slightly more expensive than the rent for the studio apartments I'm selling in America. Yeah, like... People think of the rent in Japan as being really, really expensive, but if you're really good at like if you take your time, you can really, really find somewhere cheap. And if you look at the train lines, you can work out like something that's relatively, because I think people all like try to live in central Tokyo, and that's your problem. You need to go a little bit further out. And honestly, the trains are pretty good, so you don't need to live do soft crimes. We've all committed a soft crime before. Mexico is all weathers, even snow in some places, but climate change was made that 30-degree summer into 40 degrees. Oh my god. Yeah, Japanese summer is awful. Like, for me, that's the worst part of living in Japan, and like, I'm living it right now because it was really friggin' humid today. Petty crimes, you mean? Yeah. I mean, okay, I don't know, petty crime is like pickpocketing. I only steal from the rich. Okay, here's my crimes. I will only steal from the rich. I don't steal from, like, citizens. I steal from companies. I mean, crossing when the light isn't green yet is technically still a crime. You were totally right. That's a soft crime. The bar is really low. You should go to the UK, take out a massive loan, and disappear to Japan forever. What are they going to do? Maybe I already have some kind of crime related to that, which I will not disclose further. But, fun fact, I only explained this one time in this chat, but if you have student loans in England and you move to another country, they can't get that money back. I am so planning to sue him for defamation. Oh, get your money, Nia. There have definitely been jobs here that are in your line of work. I would, if I did like YouTube full time, I might move to Niigata because it sounds fun. You did computer science, so no wonder you hack men's hearts. Oh my god, I wish. You have them fall all over you. Where? The only one I have falling over me is this man right here, this cat. But please send these men my way. She has a UK passport, so they won't renew. Yeah, like I have to be really careful. Like I haven't committed a big crime in the UK, so like if I go back to the UK, they're not gonna arrest me at the airports. That's nice. Pickpocketing in Ginza. I feel like Ginza's all like tourists, so I'd feel bad stealing from a tourist. Student loans. Student loans are not a crime? That's not a crime, is it? Maybe. They have a saying in the US. Boss gets $1, I get a dime. That's why I poop on company time. Love that. That's not a crime. Maybe in America. In America, like, nothing surprised me anymore. Student loans. I didn't steal all of my student loans. I paid some of it. I think they might be able to fine you if you take a loan and then escape. Depends where you take it from. Oh my god, I didn't send my first message. I cannot. Sometimes your stuff gets flagged and it tells me to like approve it, but then it doesn't let me. Gabriel said, so like it just doesn't come up, so I'm sorry. Gabriel says, I miss my cat. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe go to a cat cafe or something. That's what I do when I need my fix of cat. In the Netherlands, it used to be the same for student loans, but since this year, they implemented a new law that they won't renew your passport. Oh, damn. Well, I just renewed my passport, so my passport's good for like 15 years, so hopefully they forget about it. So many Dutch students rejecting the country in their loans. Okay, that's a bit naughty. That's a little bit naughty. My ex-best friend is trying to sue me because he thought I hacked into his IG account and looked at in his DMs. Oh my god. Wait, did you have to go to the police station? That's wild. Nia, your life is so wild. I'm telling you, please make a YouTube channel. Please make a YouTube channel. Maybe when you move to Japan. Yeah, I had one that I seen happened to earlier. I asked about that one lady who was complaining about her ex-husband while you were teaching. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sometimes for some reason it just flags some comments, and then it says like show or hide, but then it doesn't let, like, I click show the comment and it doesn't let me. I feel like the YouTube app's really buggy. Student loans. Come on now. Education should be free. I'm sorry. I'm a socialist. If you're moving out, let me and my wife move in. I want to move into a new place. Okay. Unfortunately, you cannot move here because I do live with someone and they're going to be staying here. So this house will not be available, unfortunately. Why do you hate Hachioji? It's not naughty, it's a grey area. Tee-hee-hee. I mean, if companies are screwing us over constantly with their loopholes, we need to find our own loopholes. It's because I used the B word. Oh, what's the B word? Is it bastard? I'll say it for you. It should. No, you're totally right. Education should be free. Fuck it. And the worst part is, student loans shot up. We all spent so much money on student loans, and everyone got degrees, and our degrees are worthless. So I do not think the level of education I received was equal to the amount that they were charging for it. Therefore, I just didn't pay it. What are they gonna do? Arrest me? Probably, yeah. I'm taking the principled stance and not paying it. What would they do if we all just not paid our loans? What are they gonna do? They can't arrest all of us. That's why we should protest like the French do. Oh my god, I need to like not get arrested for starting like a January 6th, but on my YouTube channel. I'm planning on making a channel here if I'm discreet enough so I can hopefully raise money. Yeah, you can, I recommend if you're starting, just take it on your iPhone, and there's iMovie already on there, and it's really, really easy to edit. I use a computer, and it's a little bit Menexai, but honestly, iPhone's great. I'm glad you don't worry student loans in Sweden pay back when you have a job. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I think it's similar in England. They don't charge you until you have a job, which is how it should be. I went to a cat cafe once, but then a guy arrived, and the cats went to him and left me alone. Oh my god, Gabriel, I'm so sorry. That guy was a literal pussy magnet. I never got a degree, and I don't regret it. Honestly, I think that going to university can be a waste. It wasn't for me because I could get a visa because I needed a bachelor's to get my visa. But other than that, I feel like it's kind of a waste. It hasn't honestly helped me that much. So when my cat kissed me, I just got covered in cat hair. Master's degrees are the new standard. No, you're so right. I've really been thinking about taking my master's, but how am I going to have money, and like I'd have to work during that time. TikTok is the new career. Yeah, but honestly, social media is so unstable. I wouldn't suggest putting all your eggs in one basket and only doing social media because of the algorithm, and and they're saying that they might even stop having TikTok in America and stuff like that. So like it's not really stable. We're gonna see what's gonna happen with student loans in the US soon. Yeah, America's wild. Like I can't believe that that's how much education costs in America. Like that's absolutely wild. Everyone expects that you have a degree to get a higher job, but the degree doesn't even seem to matter. Yeah, no, oh my god, you're so right. Insurrection, that's the word I was looking for. Okay, we are not making an insurrection. Not on this day. Maybe next time. I don't plan on paying mine off since online lessons shouldn't have been charged at full tuition fee during the pandemic. Honestly, if you find a way to not pay your student loans, I just wouldn't. Academia has enough money. Honestly, so many people have a degree but don't work in their learned field, which is sad. That's everyone I know. Honestly, all of the people I went to high school with all have degrees, and I think none of them work in the fields that they studied for, so honestly, what's the point? They're unfreezing them soon, and a lot of people are saying, what are they going to do? Take the money I don't have? Yeah, like, where is all this money coming from? I don't have any money to pay for this. Yeah, I'm tense. If that goes through, I would actually demolish all my loans. Damn. Every day I wake up glad I'm not an American. I'm sorry. And it's a shame because all my American friends are so lovely. It's so sad that this is happening. Like, imagine you're in your 20s and have to start paying your student loans back instead of investing in your own place. Yeah, that really sucks. As an artist, I hate and love social media. Oh my god, I totally feel you. Like, social media is great. Like, this is how I made most of my friends. But, like, now if you're an artist, you're forced to make constant fucking reels for anyone to see your art. It's so stressful. Nia said, I kept paying for years for my bachelor. I just can't memorize stuff and spit it out. Oh my god, I totally feel you. Like, the way education is just memorization and, like, tests. So that's another reason why, I don't want to pay for that. When I was in university, they expected most of the work I do to be self-study. And it's like, why am I paying so much money to be doing self-study? Influencer tax. A degree is useful in some situations, but mostly they are not. Yeah, like, honestly, if you have a really big goal that you're certain that you want to do that requires a degree, I would suggest getting it. But other than that, I really wouldn't suggest getting one. I looked into what my tuition was at college in yen, and it's 1.6 million a year. Oh my god. Absolutely not. Absolutely. That's like half a salary. That's going to make a lot of people homeless. That's really sad. I have a history degree and I sell soccer shoes. That's an awesome job though. You have a really cool job. But yeah, no. I totally feel you. I agree with Capsule. I'm happy being Italian and not American. Yeah, being Italian sounds great. Like, I would settle with being Italian. I feel like the economy in Europe is fucked. But at least the weather's nice in Italy and you have good food. Forcing people to pay their student loans is going to grossly exacerbate the homeless problem. And America has such a huge homeless problem. All my friends that went there recently that came back said that there's such a huge homeless problem. Because people always say to me, oh, Japan doesn't have that many homeless people, but there are tons of homeless people here. But then compared to America or like some parts of Europe, it's honestly not that bad. And there should not be homeless people for a start anywhere. Are you sure there isn't a way to get a working visa without a bachelor? You don't need a bachelor degree to get working holiday visa. You can get working holiday visa without a bachelor. You just have to have enough money to get the plane ticket there and back. Oh, hello, Four Season Flowers. That's very cute. Oh my god, I just realized I was 5 minutes behind your live. Oh my god, that's amazing. Living in the past. Honestly, I have such a delay on my comments anyways. I don't know why, so it's just normal for me. I'm sure there is one, all that you need to get a working holiday. Yeah, honestly, as we mentioned before, working holiday visa, your best option. Yeah, sometimes you don't have to pay back until 20 to 25 years later in Sweden, or you have that much time. Oh my god, that's great. Jesus Christ, that's how it should be. Like, particularly now, they need to fix things. They need to set up laws immediately, because we're in almost every country is in an economic crisis. Even Japan. I feel like Japan isn't as bad as other countries, but we can really feel it. Like, as someone who has been in Japan for 9 years, we can really feel how expensive things have gotten. Rent here is generally awful, and house prices are even worse. Yeah, no one can afford to buy a house anymore, and that's fucking sad. They're all bought by companies to make fucking Airbnbs. You could lie. I love that. Everything is, you could lie. I know of a guy who has no degree but makes all the lesson plans for an English school in Tokyo. Yeah, you don't need a degree. Again, working holiday visa. Or, I've worked with people that didn't have degrees. It's just, there's also, visa lawyers. And if you can prove to the government through a lawyer that you are a benefit to Japan, sometimes they'll give you a visa. But again, working holiday is your best bet. Yeah, working holiday visa is your best bet. People turn small Akias into Airbnbs too. Oh my god. Yeah, actually, a woman I worked with, she wanted to turn her holiday home into an Airbnb to make more money, so it is a thing. What kind of music do you listen to? Random, sorry. Love random comments. I listen to so much, different kinds of music. I listen to a lot of, like, anime opening music, which is kind of lame. I listen to a lot of J-rock, J-pop, K-pop. I love 80s metal and, like, power metal and glam rock. I like Lil Nas X. I love listening to, like, Doja Cat. I honestly, my music taste is so fucking varied. I listen to a lot of Eurovision music, which is embarrassing. What's your favorite megacorp? Oh, fucking hell. Honestly, I hate Amazon so much, but they do kind of go off, like, delivering something next day delivery. It's so good. I feel so bad. Like, I try not to shop as Amazon where I can, but as far as evil corporations go, Amazon's probably, like, the most convenient. There is a Japanese streamer I watch who is looking to buy a $5 million house in Tokyo, but he said he doesn't consider himself rich, and a millionaire is now the standard. Wow! Send him my way! Say I'm looking for a husband. Japan has a lot of top-tier bands. Yeah, like, there's a lot of good music. I think my favorite Japanese band is, like, Shido, like Sid, S-I-D. But I don't know. I listen to a lot of trash. Don't take music advice from me. It's really, really bad. I found out the other day that people can see what music you're listening to on Spotify. And someone found my Spotify and was, like, looking at all the trash music I listen to. And oh my god, that was so embarrassing. We love the same music. Sorry for the caps. You have excellent taste in music. I think it's because I have ADHD. My sense of music is just all over the place. Same as, like, fashion, games, anything like that. Like, it's really random. I could ask to have the Japanese nationality, but once I found out I had to give up my other nationalities, I went, nah. Yeah, you can become a naturalized citizen, but I wouldn't recommend it. Honestly, you can, after 10 years of living in Japan, you can apply to be a permanent resident, and that's almost like being Japanese, but without giving up your passport. So I wouldn't suggest being, because I like my British passport. I don't want to give up my British passport. Oh, you should go see a band called Covet in September. Ooh, send me a link. Dead Cakes. Naikaku no wa. I haven't heard it. What kind of music is that? I used to listen to a lot of Visual K, but I don't really... Oh my god, I don't know if any of you guys know Visual K at all, but there's a band called Mejibre that used to be really, really famous. And the guy who's in Mejibre, like the famous guy, is called Mia. And he hangs out with Gact, and he has had so much surgery, he kind of looks like Gact. Well, when I did the YouTube video the other day in the Con Cafe, it's owned by that guy, Mia from Mejibre, and he followed me on Instagram. I'm like, why? He's gonna see all my unhinged posts. You, searches on Spotify. Fuck you, Aussie Osman. Fuck you. I think I privated it now. I don't want you seeing the kind of garbage I listen to. If you think your music taste is bad, I primarily listen to Nintendo 3DS music. Your music taste is wonderful, honestly. I do listen to, like, game soundtracks as well sometimes, actually. I listen to a lot of, like, something called bardcore, and it's like modern songs, like covers of, like, pop songs, but with medieval instruments. Oh, Acme! Okay, Nia. I know a lot of people are really into Acme, and they hang out with them a lot in Japan, but I've never actually heard their music. I've been meaning to listen to Acme. I just don't listen to Visual K that much anymore. Oh my god. Ozzy-o-san, don't follow my Spotify. I'll block you. I found out how to block people on Spotify, so I will block you. Watch your CafeCon video. I loved it so much. I wish we had something like that in Europe. I would solve so much loneliness. No, for real though. I love the concept of con cafes, because I know it's a little bit weird, like paying to drink with people, and it seems like people don't like it because it seems like sex work adjacent. But I think it's great because a lot of people are lonely. And when I first came to Japan, it was really nice. just to like go to a bar and like have people automatically talk to you like your friends was really, really nice. And it was good for me to get out of my nervous mode speaking Japanese, because I know I mentioned about going to host clubs, and that was honestly just to learn Japanese, and it was so good because they're forced to talk to you and they want to talk to you. Oh my god, hips don't lie. I might actually put that on my in my playlist later. I actually do like Shakira. This year I've been exploring the rabbit hole of VK because in my youth I never listened to these bands. Okay, my favorite visual K band is called D, like the letter D. I love them so much. I used to listen to like really like over the top, like Versailles, like really old bands like X Japan, Lunar Sea. I listen to like mostly old stuff. Game soundtracks are honestly underrated by everyone. Whenever someone asks what I listen to, I'm like, well, you'll see. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. The music from fucking Metal Gear Solid, very good. Very good. Bardcore. Yeah, listen to Bardcore, everyone. Google Bardcore, and there's a cover of Wet Ass Pussy, and it's called なんだっけ? なんとかなんとか peasants. Well-armed peasants. And it's about starting a revolt against the rich people. It's very, very good. Really recommend. Most of my music tastes come from my parents and older sister. Oh my god, I'm the same. Like I just started listening to whatever my friends are listening to at the time. Being obsessed with Zelda music lately. Zelda's always good. That's all I used to listen to when I was a kid. Is like the old Zelda soundtrack, because there used to be like a Nintendo magazine every month, and then sometimes you get a little CD, and I always used to listen to that. Con cafes are definitely a weird concept for most people not from Japan. Yeah, it's a kind of a weird concept. Like, again, like there's positives and negatives. If you don't do it too much, I think it can be kind of fun. And you get to see cute outfits. Obsessing over internet Yamado these days. You have excellent taste. Not gonna lie, it was strange seeing how common hostess clubs and maid cafes were when I visited. Wasn't expecting it. Yeah, it's a little bit sad just how lonely people are in Japan. And like you feel like it would like I really like the concept of hostess, host clubs, con cafes, but at the same time, they shouldn't be that necessary. Just like fucking talk to each other for free. Go home and talk to your wife. I listen to the Sims soundtrack. Okay, you win, Bubble Cow. That is the most fucked up thing I've ever heard. I kind of want to listen to it, not gonna lie. I like some hardcore, but some songs feel very uncanny valley. No, I totally get you. I understand that there's people that could think it could attract creepy people, but I would love to be paid to be in a cute themed cafe to talk to lonely people. Yeah, I think working there wouldn't be bad, but like I feel like there's a lot of pressure to constantly get in customers, and that would stress me out. Oh my god, Alestria, the Wind Waker is one of my favorite games. Wind Waker was amazing. I really want to play the Wind Waker again. Can you play it on Switch? Speaking of internet Yamano, you should wear more Jedi. I want to. I want to buy more Jedi. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I was in Mars yesterday, and there was so many good outfits. But again, I need to save up money. I'm not working full time, but it was so cute. I do want to wear more Jedi. I want to wear Jedi, and I want to wear Tenchi Kaiwai. And I just want to switch between those two. Oh my god, Kyra, you're so right. Persona 5, all Persona, excellent soundtracks. I actually, in my Spotify, I do listen to a lot of music from Persona 5. Yeah, there's a lot of good game music, actually. You're totally right, like, people don't really consider game music to be, like, real music, but a lot of them are very, very good. Because the people making, that reminds me, the Black Mages who made the music for Final Fantasy VII, I went drinking with them, and they're amazing people, and they just look like regular salarymen, but I love them. I love the Black Mages. When I was in high school, I taught my mom's cockatiel to sing Saria's song from Ocarina of Time. Oh my god. I wish you had taken a video. That is amazing. speaking of Jedi, I ordered a setup and a skirt a while ago, and I can't wait for them to arrive. Oh my god, it's gonna be so cute. I really love fashion now. Like, I do love Jedi fashion. I love, because now, like, when you go to Shinjuku or like Shibuya or whatever, you'll see tons of Jedi girls, and it just makes me so happy. Because for a while, fashion was a little bit boring, but you're starting to see a lot more like frills and like crosses and stuff now. Is the light blue Jedi K still considered Jedi K? I think light blue stuff. Okay, there's something called subcore, like subkaru, and it's like subculture, and it all falls under that bracket. There's like Mizuiro K, like light blue K, and then there's like Tenshi Kaiwai, which is the kind of stuff that I like. It's all under like the same kind of bracket. I would just not worry too much about labels and just like find like the things that you like, because a lot of the time in Japan, people don't really talk about it like Jedi fashion or Tenshi Kaiwai fashion. They just say that I like this brand or that brand. Symphony orchestras tend to disagree with people that don't like game music. No, you're totally right. Like, I really want to go to a game symphony concert one day. And like, yeah, they have like whole orchestras doing them. Basically remade my whole wardrobe so I can leave behind all the nasty, bland, conservative clothes my mother wants me to wear. Oh my god, please ditch that shit and become... Oh my god, you're like Yua from Asuka no. You're gonna just start wearing like all Jedi and get like piercings and stuff and be so cute. Here in Europe, colors are coming back too. Oh my fucking god. You guys were all like black and white. No, but I think it's nice, like, you know, like the brand Selkie? I don't necessarily really like Selkie, but I think because the brand's like Selkie, I know it's in the West, women are starting to wear like cute dresses and stuff, and I love that, and being like hyper feminine. My friend is a fashion designer and she makes awesome stuff. She met Miyavi and his designer. Oh, Ina! I like Miyavi. He's a nice guy. My friend used to teach his daughters. Yeah, because I really like... I love a lot of fashion, but in the West, you're not allowed to be too masculine or too feminine. It feels like you have to be like in the middle. But I like now that like women are starting to dress like hyper feminine or like masculine. I think that's really, really great, because I don't think that clothes have a gender. Really bright colors are in fast fashion stores now. Oh my god, but that was when I lived in England. I remember the fast fashion stores used to have like all this hideous neon stuff. But like, oh yeah. Yeah. You know, literally everyone. Haha, literally. I think it's because I've been here for 9 years and I have ADHD. So I meet a lot of people and I have a lot of like, not friends, but like acquaintances. And Tokyo is supposed to be the biggest city, but honestly it's not that big. Like, you can meet like celebrities anywhere you go. The runaway and re-looking thing might be my US side. But I won't fall into that toxic host club circle. No, please don't, Nia. Like, enjoy your fashion side and being free. But yeah, you don't need host clubs. You don't need wrist cutting or whatever else Yua does. Just be cute and be happy. That's all I want to do. But yeah. Okay, guys, I will have to go soon because I didn't eat my dinner yet and I'm hungry. But I had like the best chat with you guys today. I love that we always end up just complaining about capitalism. Love that. And yeah, I was not having the best day, so it was nice to like come and have you guys lift my spirits. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I've literally only read stories about host clubs being toxic. That's all I've been exposed to. I posted on my Twitter about a documentary about host clubs, which is really, really good. It has like the good side, the bad side. It's very, very well done. If you follow my Twitter, I would suggest checking it out. It is great. But yeah, thanks guys. And I got you my dinner now. Oh, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. I had such a wonderful time. Yeah. Bye guys, love you.